Hey, thank you. What's up, people? I got some things to say. Our government, Republicans, Democrat, Congress, senators, governors and mayors and presidents has betrayed the Constitution, has became traitors, treason against the Constitution. I'm going to read something to you that James Adams said. James Adams said, his quote was, "The greatest danger in America's freedom is a government that ignores the Constitution." All right? Thomas Jefferson, same words. All right? Samuel Adams stated, quote unquote, "Any part of the government that commits treason against the Constitution, the penalty for that is death." Listen carefully. Samuel Adams stated, any part of the government, Republicans, Democrats, governors, mayors, presidents, violates the Constitution of what the forefathers put down, has committed treason against the Constitution and against the common law of the land, and the penalty for that is death. Not resigning, not retiring. The penalty is death. Death. Everything they own must be taken from them, and their family members must be put to death. To stop the treason and corruption against the Constitution and the people of the United States is to cut the head off of the poisonous snake. Samuel Adams, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington. They all said the same thing. Anyone that goes against the Constitution of the United States and the common law of the land has committed treason. The penalty is death. The president has to be put to death. Republicans, Democrats, governors, mayors, Congress, senators, all have to be held and put to death for treason against the people, against the Constitution, against the common law of the land. When will you idiots wake up? When? You have the most stupidest, ignorant people in America, and they call themselves American, but we're the only country that is giving lab meats to the military so they can go ahead and go out there and kill themselves. Ain't that amazing? While the Republicans raise their salary, while we can't even pay rent. Isn't that amazing? You people will never wake up until they come into your house and snatch your kids. Then you're going to start killing, fighting for your Constitution, your freedom. 1776 got to come back. We have to take back our freedom. We have to hold accountable every Republican, Democrat, presidents, governors, mayors, justices, pigs, cops, sheriff, deputies. We got to hold them all accountable for their treason acts, for their murder, their genocide, their conspiracy, their corruption. We got to hold them all accountable and put them to death like it says in the Constitution. No one can override what it says in the original Constitution. No justices, no Superior Court justices, no one. No governors, no presidents, no one can override the Constitution that was put down in this country by the forefathers. No one can. Wake up, you idiots. Wake up. This is not just for the old, the disabled, the vets. No, it's for this generation too. For this new generation, you will not have nothing. Nothing. No one is supposed to own all of the businesses. No one. This world does not belong to no government. This world does not belong to no president. This world does not belong to no Congress, no Republicans, no Democrats, no governors, no mayors. And their laws are all unconstitutional. They cannot make no laws against the Constitution. Read your Constitution. Fight back for your freedom. Fight back for your kids. Because if you don't, it's almost too late. These bastards have to be held for accountable for genocide, for murder, for conspiracy, for treason against the Constitution. They have to be held and put to death, like it says in the original Constitution. Every one of them. Republicans, Democrats, presidents, governors, mayors, justices, judges, pigs, cops, sheriff, deputies, they all have to be put to death because they have committed treason against the Constitution, against the oath that they took to protect the Constitution. It's almost too late. I've been saying it for 4 or 5 years. I've been saying this since 2019. I saw this coming. We all saw this coming, but nobody woke up. Nobody woke up. And you're still asleep. You worrying about Valentine's Day, Christmas, and all of that stupid shit. And you eating poison food, lab meat. So don't say you care about your kids, because you don't give a damn about your kids. All you care about is right now, your beer, your weed, your drugs, your stupidity. That's all you care about. Y'all will be left behind. Y'all be the ones that's going to suffer more because you do not care about your freedom. You do not care about your child. You do not care about your life. This is why the government is doing what they're doing. But we are fighting back. We are fighting back. We are strong. We're not weak. We don't lay down for nobody. And let me say this right now to all you idiots. You better understand about us Libras. We are balanced. We're about justice. That's why we're the scale of justice. We are honest and we fight for what's right. I don't give a damn who you are, what you are. We fight for what is right. We're not jealous people. We don't play those games. We don't do nothing. The only part that is worse on a Libra is when we love someone, we love that person forever. It hurts when we be betrayed by a loved person that we love so much. It takes us longer to get over with. Read up about Libras. That's what you do. It's no fun to fuck over a Libra because we come after you with every fucking thing that there is. Now, I see all over the news cops getting killed, beat up and shit. So what? Pray for this officer. 3 officers got gunned down. So what? They lied on people. They lied on blacks that they locked up, Mexicans or Koreans or whatever. They lied on their reports. So what? They got killed. So what? I don't know them. I don't need to pray for them. Who the fuck cares? I don't care. They did dirt. Stop putting it all over the news. I don't care if your stupid family member goes out here and fights for these fools, Israel, and get killed. That's none of my business. I don't care. You are a traitor. Anyone that goes in the military right now is a traitor of this country. A traitor. Point blank, easy as pie. You are a traitor. You have no right to come back to this country. None whatsoever. You know, and y'all people, y'all, I don't get it, man. Y'all get mad at us because we speak the truth and y'all don't like the truth. You people do not like the truth. This is like that punk ass Adams in New York. I told that house boy right there, you need to look in the mirror, boy. You need to look your ass in the mirror. You and your family need to look in the mirror. You black. They don't give a fuck about you. They will hang you quicker than they hang any white mayor in New York City. Oh, Adams going down. Fed's going to take his ass down. Yeah, he going down. And he going to be they puppet to take down because he did it to himself. He thought he was all the way up above the laws and everything. And I noticed in 2024, I noticed a lot of black judges getting sentenced, getting removed. I noticed a lot of black Republicans and Democrats are getting removed. What does that tell you, you house nigga boys and girls out there? What does that say to you? It can happen to you too. Every one of those white Republicans don't want you in Congress and Senate. You have no right to be in there. They lock the doors on you. They ban you for entering. But you still don't want to wake up. And the funny thing about it, there's nothing in the Constitution that says you got the right to run for anything. Nothing. The only thing it says in the Constitution, a person that was born in the United States is the only one that could run for political office. The only person, not no dual citizenship. The only person that could run for office in the Constitution that it says for any political office, you have to be a born United States citizen. Trump was never born in the United States. He was brought to the United States when he was a kid. And you Trump lovers still vote for him while he take your money. But yet, wait a minute. Wait up. He a felon. He's classified now as a felon. He can't even run for president. Okay? That's what they say. But it doesn't say that in the Constitution. Anybody could run for president, a crook, whatever, because they were all crooks back then. Every one of them was crooks back then that ran for president. There's no such thing in the Constitution that he can't run. But one thing that is in the laws against him, he can't be around a motherfucker with guns. That's for sure. That is for sure. So I don't know why his ass ain't locked up now where he's supposed to be. You know, so it's amazing how you people are so stupid. It's really amazing. But now I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Okay, and it is so funny how I want y'all to hear this about a contract. All right. But the level of creativity today is off the chart. It's amazing how we have a Polaris slingshot. Brand new one. People are so stupid about the Constitution and about their freedom. Like, I give you an example. You turn around and you fight for what you believe in, and they try to silence you. All right? But in the Constitution, it states that we the people put in office who we vote for. We the people, not Congress, not Republicans, not Democrats, not senators. We the people put in and take out. Years ago, back in the 70s and 80s, it was we the people that voted for their salaries. Yeah, we the people. But yet, they raising their salaries while there ain't no jobs. And you blame all of the jobs on Mexican people and foreigners. No, there ain't no jobs because they don't want to pay the American people. They don't want to pay your asses. Now, what Autumn Glenn is doing is against the law. Okay? And the bad part about what they did is going to hurt them more in court with us than anything. And the reason why I know that is because this attorney read my lease, and it was so hilarious. He said, "Wait a minute, your lease is automatically renewed." I said, "Yep." That was the biggest fucked up thing that they did, man. They forgot about that part in my lease when they bought the place. And they even agreed to it from the beginning, too. But I got something I want y'all to hear, though.
Are they allowed to do?
You see,
Shit, so is there not something
Contracts. My favorite. Hey, TikTok, it's your favorite lawyer here to talk about this lease dispute. To summarize, this woman's apartment complex sent her a renewal notice for less than what she was currently paying. She signed the renewal notice, and now they're saying it's not valid because they didn't mean to send it to her. That's not how that works. To have a valid contract, you need an offer, acceptance, and consideration. They offered you something, you accepted it for consideration. Contract's valid. In order for a contract to be valid, you need an offer, acceptance, consideration. They offered you something, you accepted it for consideration. Your contract is valid. Just because they have a policy that says they don't renew leases more than 90 days before they're about to expire, just because your old contract says that that's what they don't do, they sent you a new contract. This is what is called a unilateral change of terms and conditions. They sent you a new one, you reviewed it, you agreed to it. So they gave you a discount on your rent. And I would argue that the reason why they gave you that discount was so you would renew earlier. And you did renew, so now they have to honor it. If they don't want to honor it, there's this thing called detrimental reliance, where they could be responsible for how much you have to pay at a new place if they don't let you live at this one.
Are they allowed to do that?
that attorney kid cracks me up, man. Yeah, he did it, man. And so then he goes, "Did you read the laws in Minnesota about retaliation?" I said, "Yeah, I did." And it says here in retaliation, any landlord that retaliates against a tenant because the tenant stood up for his rights and faith can, under Minnesota statute 504B 441, any landlord retaliates against a tenant can be sanctioned for each violation, $30,000 for each violation for retaliation. Then it goes up to 100,000. Then it goes up to 200,000. Then it goes way up to close to millions of dollars in the state of Minnesota. He read the letter I sent with my lease. And he said, "Yeah, they stupid. They must think that they're going to get out of this here because you sent this with your new lease. Yep, you signed it. Yep, they got it. Yep, got it on the 10th. Sent it out on the 7th. Post office looked it up. Went to the post office. Post office inspector said, yep, they received it. They picked it up. I called on the 10th. I got your lease. Got your signature for your new lease. And everything is okay. Don't worry about it." I said, "Okay." So what else you said? I'm waiting for the picture line. I'm like, well, I'm waiting for her to say, "Oh, by the way, what's going on with the letter you sent us?" You know? But they didn't go there. You know, wait a minute, they can't do this because you already signed it, you already accepted it and everything else, and they got it and everything. I said, yep. He going after these fuckers, man. He going after them hook, line, and sinker, man. And everything in here is going to be dealing with federal court. And that's where he's going with federal court, you know, because they violated federal laws. Fuck state laws. They violated federal laws by what they just did. And that's what we're going after them in federal court. And now, let me tell y'all people what happened. These companies, y'all people got to look up This is hilarious. Y'all have to. It's not hilarious. It's really corrupt. Because I notice a lot. I feel sorry for you, apartment management companies. Y'all about to go down. Y'all should start packing your bags and go to Israel. Because y'all about to go down. California, they got hit. New York, they got hit. Alabama, they got hit. Wisconsin, they got hit. San Francisco, they got hit big. So you apartment management, y'all about to go down, every one of y'all, for corruption. So what these apartment managements did, and they started doing as a trial run in 2020 during the pandemic. Okay, well, 2019 when they started it in certain states. And what they did was they made a software called Real Paper Management. Okay, and that's what it's called, Real Paper Management. And so what they did was they made a software to jack up property rental prices and everything, right? And they jacked up what their property is worth. That is corruption. So the feds been going after all of these fucking companies, man. And they're not just going after the companies, they're going after the owners of the companies too. Feds coming after your asses, man. Every one of you motherfuckers. Now in Minnesota, this company called Prior Lake Management. This is the loophole that they use so they don't show that they're discriminating against you. This is the loophole that Prior Lake Management uses. Okay. Now, no one on Social Security, retired or disabled, none of those people can rent for them. None of them can. Okay. If the rent is $850, you have to make 20 times that. Your Social Security or retirement has to be 20% that. If you're a vet, it has to be 30%. If you're disabled, it has to be 30% of your rent, period. Nobody makes that kind of money from Social Security, veterans pay, retirement. Nobody does. So that's the way to keep you off of their property. And they don't have to rent to you. You see, and the governor let that happen. In every state, the governor let that bullshit happen to discriminate because you are disabled and you don't make that much money, so you can't rent from us. That's what they did. A loophole, which each governor should be removed from office and held for treason against the people of that state. All right? And then you got this one company. Check this out. Now you got a lot of these companies, which is totally against the law, which I don't understand. Homeland Security is not investigating this. The FBI is not investigating this. Nobody's investigating this. But yet there's been thousands and thousands all over the United States of reports about this. These fucking rental companies now are telling you, this is what Prior Lake said to me on the contract. Okay, we have internet. You have to pay for our internet. You can't have another company. We got, let's say, let's say, I don't know, the internet's out there, Infinity. Okay, so they got Infinity in their building. You either go with them or you don't have no internet. Okay, this is another ass kicker. And if this ain't extortion, I don't know what is. And then they got on the application that if you do not have renter's insurance, you have to buy their renter's insurance. Yes, if you don't have renter's insurance, you have to buy their renter's insurance or you cannot rent from them. Okay? You cannot rent from them if you do not purchase their internet provider. You cannot have no other internet provider like CenturyLink or whatever. You can't have them on their building. That's their policy, which is extortion, period. Okay? And you have to give up a copy of your birth certificate. What kind of shit is that? What fucking kind of shit is that? Nobody's getting a copy of my birth certificate or my social security number. No one. I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't got no right to have a copy of my birth certificate. You don't got a right to have a copy of my social security number. That's by federal law. You don't got no right to have that. I don't give a fuck what governor passed some bill about that. Fuck you and your governor. You ain't getting a copy of my birth certificate. That's what goes on. That's what's going on in California, Minnesota now. Yeah. And they did all of this shit during COVID-19 when they was all sneaking around, passing all of these bills under the tables and shit, and governors and mayors getting kickbacks and shit, and senators and stuff. Well, yeah, we could start getting copies of their birth certificates so we could sell it overseas. We could make copies of it and sell it on the highest bidder and shit. That's what's going on in the state of Minnesota and California right now. That right there. So they got a loophole where they could deny all disability people from renting from them. No ifs and no buts. And the feds and Homeland Security allows that. And the United States Superior Court allows that. The governors allow that. Okay? That's what's going on. All right? And so if you don't get our internet, you can't have internet. If you don't buy renter's insurance, you have to buy ours at $120. First payment, the second payment is I think $75 or $85 a month. All right? And that's the bottom line. You cannot rent to them. You will not be able to rent if you're disabled, veteran, or old. Now, they only pick certain old people. So when I was walking out the door at a Prior Lake, this lady stopped me and she says, "Oh, you had a talk with that asshole there." I said, "Yeah, man, he was very disrespectful, that fat." See, I don't understand how a Mexican person could be so racist when this is not, they're not supposed to be here. That's my personal opinion. Now, okay, I don't see how a fat Mexican guy like that could be so racist. Okay, so she was saying as I was walking out, because she came by the office and stuff, because she wanted to put his ass straight, right? And so then she was telling me the problems that everybody's having with this guy. Now, he's supposed to be a manager of this place, right? And yes, he is very racist. He asked me questions and stuff, which is totally against federal laws, no ifs and no buts. And it states that on the website for discrimination. So yes, he done that. And so, and she's standing out the door listening what he's saying to me and stuff, right? And so anyway, she goes, "Yeah, we've been having problems with him because he keeps double dipping on me and my boyfriend's account about the internet when we told her we don't want your internet, you know. But they keep double dipping on her and stuff, right?" And so she was saying her boyfriend wants to beat the shit out of him, man, because he's a very disrespectful motherfucking Mexican dude. Very, very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. He was training this white girl that was in there and stuff, you know, and if she's going to be like him, they don't need to have those people employed there, man. He was very, very disrespectful and discriminated, and he shouldn't even be there. He should not be working for Prior Lake whatsoever, man. That's going to cause them a big ass lawsuit pretty soon. I already see that coming, you know, but yeah, that's what it is there. And this other place in Minnesota called Country Club Manor, the same way, the same exact way, almost the same exact way. I think it was if you don't buy their insurance, renter's insurance. You can't rent there. You have to have renter's insurance or you cannot rent. If you don't want to buy renter's insurance, you have to have their renter's insurance, and you have to have the internet service that they provide there, or you cannot have internet service. Man, if that is not corruption, I don't know what is, man. I am so tired of these corrupt motherfuckers, man. It is amazing how corrupt they are in Minnesota and in California, dude. And they say this is the governor's laws. They passed these bills like this during COVID, you know? I'm like, no fucking way. Nobody's getting a copy of my birth certificate. Nobody is. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you are. You ain't having no copy of my birth certificate or my social security number. You don't have no authority to have that. You don't have no right. So send me a letter of denial. That's why you're not having it, because that's the only way. That's the only way. The only way that you going down. So then today, I went to this. Oh man, I got to tell you about this place. Oh, hold on. Let me get the card. So my AC wasn't working. And I went to this one place and he sent me to one of his friends, this other place. And this place right here, man, sent me there. And oh my God, this place here, man, the service was awesome, dude. White guy too, man. Very oh man, he was awesome. His business was awesome. And they checked out my my AC and stuff, and they said, nah, O'Reilly's gave you false information when they scanned it. You don't your AC compressor is working good. It was just clogged up. And I found out something I didn't know, is that in the country, when you're driving, you're hitting all of those bugs, and so they building up on your radiator and stuff like that. I didn't even know that, man. But they took care of all of that. That's the best place I've ever seen. And the prices are 100% up there. They got the screen where they show you the prices and everything, and it's awesome, man. It's awesome. And they were very respectful, very, very respectable. You know, and I felt comfortable there. You know, the guy worked on the car and stuff but now the damn thing is too cold. Oh my God, man. I put the AC on. Oh man, it's like I'm freezing my ass off, man, in there. So then I stopped off at Quick Trip. First time. This old lady was in line. And she was having a hard time, you know. And I go up to the registers here, and I went on this side, and I said to the dude, I said, hey, don't charge her. I'll pay for her stuff. I'll pay for her stuff. Don't cut the line. Get away from here. Don't cut the line. So dude disrespected me. And I always go there because that's the only place that has dark roasted coffee, and that's the only place that has my cigarettes. And matter of fact, that's the only place that has fried chicken. They make some good fried chicken. And that's the only place where gas is cheap, you know, and that's the only place where the employees show respect to customers, except this one guy. He looked like he was drunk or high, you know. And so I had to tell him. And so the ladies that's always there and the other guys that's always there, hey, Callie, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, man? You want dark roasters? If you don't mind making a pot, they make a pot and stuff. They're beautiful people. But this one dude today got so disrespectful to me. I told him, man, don't you ever disrespect me again, dude. You ever talk to me like that again, man, we're going to have a problem, man. And you don't rush this old lady. How dare you? See, that's the problem with the people of Minnesota. They have no respect for the elderly people. Not they kids. None of them do. They have no respect for the elderly people in the state of California. and in Minnesota. They have no respect for the elderly people under no circumstances. These companies buy these buildings where you have senior living from disabled people living there and stuff, and then they kick them out. And then the states turn around and give them all of these tax-free money, but they kick them out, and then they got maybe 45 ages from 21. The highest is maybe the age 45, living in supposed to be senior living homes, but the states give them kickbacks. But yet they throw out the disabled, the blind, the crippled, the veterans. You got 30 days to move. Your lease is not being renewed. We took over the building, and they throw them out in the street in Minnesota and in California. That's what's going on if you open up your fucking eyes, people. That's our government, your government. Because let me tell you something. Me, I will fight, I will kill for my constitutional rights. I will fight, I will kill for my freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of expression. I will fight, I will kill for my freedom. I don't care who you are, what you are. You better wake up, people. You better wake up. It's going to get worse. And it's already worse. Because your government, your presidents are no good but corruption. And it says in the Constitution, once you betrayed against the Constitution, cause treason against the Constitution, the only penalty for that is death. President, Republicans, Democrats, senators, Congress, governors, mayors, judges, justices, pigs, cops, sheriff, deputies. Once you violate the Constitution, you have committed treason against the Constitution. The penalty is death. That's what it says. 1776. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Adams. They all wrote that. Once the government feels that they can walk all over the people of the United States, that's when it is time to overthrow the government and show them you are the boss. See, we have the power. It's we, the people. We, the people, have the power to stop all of this right now, to stop it all and hold them accountable and put them to death, like it says in the Constitution. We, the people, have this power. And you are so afraid of your shadows. See, that's why if we ever went into war in the United States, you have no right to live because you are all cowards. You rather fight with each other than the ones that's taking food out of your mouth, than the ones that's taking your tax dollars and giving it to another country to kill women and children. You rather fight amongst each other. You rather continue bitching about how high rent is, but you don't want to do nothing. We used to have an old saying, closed mouth never gets fed. And that's what y'all are, closed mouths. So don't say you care about your kid. Don't get on the news, oh, my daughter got raped. So what? Who cares? That's your daughter's fault. That's your fault. We don't care. Don't say your son got killed by the police. We don't care. Because you never cared. Because if you did, the same thing happened in Hong Kong, China. Same thing happened in Brazil. Same thing happened in England. Same thing happened in London. Same thing happening all over countries. We be tearing down everything. and hold this government accountable for their crimes. If you're not going to fight for your rights and to be heard and your freedom and your kids, then shut the hell up. If you're not going to stand with us, then stand the fuck away and continue taking the beating, the massacre that our government has put up on you. From our president, governors, mayors, Republicans, Democrats, senators. If you're not going to fight, then shut the hell up. 1776 has returned. There is over more of us than it is in a whole fucking state of California. This is when every gang member all over the United States is supposed to be standing up. Stop taking this bullshit. Stop taking this abuse. Stop taking this murder. Your friends get pulled over, you be there. We got that right to record. We got that right to fight back. Whether we take your life or not, we got that constitutional right. We, the people, have that right. Wake up, people. There was a United States Superior Court ruling out of Alabama, and it stated that police officers, law enforcement are not there to protect the citizens. They do not have the power to arrest you. They don't. Read your Constitution. They only supposed to be protecting the corporations. The United States Superior Court already ruled that they're not there to protect you. They're there to protect the corporations. They're not there to protect no president, no governor, no mayor. None of them. Take back your power, people. Wake up. Take back your power, or we are doomed. Then you got that idiot president running off with his mouth. Let me explain something to you, stupid fools. If we get hit with a nuclear bomb, it was because of our government. If that's what it's going to take for you people to wake up, it's too late. It is way too late because they are safe in their bunkers. They are safe in their bunkers. And the only thing that we can hope for is whoever survives in the United States will hunt them down and put them to death. That's the only thing that we can hope for. Because let me tell you something. North Korea can't stand America. North Korea can't stand South Korea. But nobody knows the real history about North and South Korea. It was South Korea that cut off North Korea. Look at your history. It was South Korea that started the war with North Korea. Even Hitler told the world. Hitler put it out there and told the world about the Jews, about Israel. Hitler told the world. Now, Hitler was my hero. You people in this so-called my America, this is not your America. This is not your America whatsoever. You white people came from Europe. Take your ass back there. America was Indian land. Black Indians. America was Indian land. Take your ass back to Europe. And it's so funny how you could be so racist against us when you ain't even got your country, when you ain't even from this country. And then you get some of these old white folks out here saying, go back to your country. This is not your country. This country was stolen, taken, massacred by the British. Where did the British come from? England! But you stupid people call this your country. But you sit back and you let your country change the United States flag to Israel flag. And you know how everyone that died fighting wars for this no good government, behind corruption and greed, they are turning over in their graves. You see how they treat the vets now. You see how they treat the disabled now. Your country. Your country. China is the best country to live in right now. Germany is the best country to live in right now. North Korea is the best country to live in right now. Your country. You so stupid. You bitch and say, they taking our jobs. They ain't taking shit. Every business that ever opened up in the United States came from other countries. See, you people are so stupid, they got y'all right by the balls. And all they doing is squeezing slowly until you submit. That's all they doing, squeezing slowly until you submit. You submitted already, which is so ironic, is because China just put out a warrant out for the rest of Bill Gates and that Dr. Fiber, whatever the fuck his name is. And the United States Superior Court just ruled that you can sue Pfizer because they lied about COVID-19, which we all knew that. I already knew that was chemical warfare, with people still dying from them shots and everything else. That's all over the news and stuff. But you people, you got all over the United States governors getting sued for violating human rights, forcing these people. You got companies that are getting sued because they wasn't vaccinated, so they lost their jobs, and these people got to pay out now. But the best ruling the United States did was said, quote, unquote. There's no such law as a mandate law. What they did to the people that refused to take them shots was unconstitutional. To fire them. They got a right to sue Pfizer. They got a right to sue the governor of that state. They have that constitutional right to sue the mayor of that state. But guess what? Every one of them motherfuckers got a kickback. Every one of these people you voted into office to do all of this corruption got their kickback. They got the kickback. See, all politicians in the United States, Republicans, Democrats, presidents, governors, mayors, justices, judges, can all be bought. They are all bought. They are all paid for and bought. They are all on the take. They all took briberies. They all took extortion money. They're all bought and paid for. Period. There's no more talk about it. That's a reality. That's a known fact. They all bought and paid for. Clarence Thomas, every judge sitting on the United States Superior Court is all bought and paid for, no matter what. So where's your millions? You can't get a raise, but the Republicans and Democrats passed the bill for them to get a raise. So they're making 200 and something thousand a year, and you still working for a company for slavery, and it's $1 billion company, and you only bringing home 31,000 a year, 56,000 a year. $69,000 a year. Wow, it's so amazing. And you still bitch about rent's too high, food prices are too high, lab meat is too high, your kids are dying, your elderly are dying, and you still don't want to wake up. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. So amazing. But what cracks me up though is that when we was looking at this place and they said, if you don't give up a copy of your birth certificate, you cannot rent. If you do not give up your rights, you cannot rent. What kind of shit is this, man? But yet, they can sell your birth certificate to someone else, make copies of it, change the name, and put somebody else's name saying that they were born in the United States. Isn't that amazing? How corruption that these rental agencies got? And your own governors in each state let this happen. They sell your birth certificate. If you don't give them copies of your birth certificate, you cannot rent from them. If you do not buy renter's insurance, you have to buy their renter's insurance. If you do not, you cannot rent from them. If you do not buy their internet provider, you cannot have no other internet provider on that property. Wow. So you got more homeless, and they talk about this lousy president, corrupt president, and government talk so much shit about, well, we're working on affordable homes, affordable housing for the vets and the disabled and the elderly. No, they're not. That's all bullshit. They have never once done anything for no vets, no disabled, and no retired people. They've never once done a goddamn thing for none of us. That's all bullshit. And Harris, nobody want that asshole house nigga bitch in office. Nobody want her. She was corrupt in California. She's still corrupt. That's the bottom line. Oh, and I forgot. You got the house nigga boys, and you got the house nigga women out there. And they locked up this guy. I forgot what state it was in, man, but he was a Republican. He was for the Republican Party for voter fraud. And so one of the news ladies asked him, how you feel now since you love Republicans so much? Are they not there to stand by your side? Now you're going to jail. Yeah, black guy. Vote for Trump. Vote for Trump. Yeah, house nigga. The Yazin boy, he going to prison. Federal prison for years for voter fraud, helping voter fraud. It is so amazing. Boy, y'all people refuse to wake up, man. Y'all people are stupid, man. If you're not gonna wake up now, you never wake up, man. And that's the bottom line. If you do not wake up now, it's over with, man. The United States is gone. And there's nothing that's gonna be done because the people in the United States are cowards, man. You are all cowards. And that's no lie. You are all cowards, man. Let me explain something to you what I would do if I was governor. Every pig, cop, sheriff, deputy will not have no guns. That's number one. Their guns are gone. Their guns are gone. Half of them don't even have training to use guns. See, there was no such law in the United States that they got to own guns. No such law in the Constitution that they have to have guns. No such law whatsoever in the Constitution. Original Constitution, no such law. All right? And they'll be held accountable. Every Republican and Democrat in my state that voted against the Constitution, that's treason. See, if I was governor, and I'm about to have my big meeting, military be right there to take them into custody. Take them all into custody. Next day, they'd be executed for treason to show the world of the United States, I do not tolerate treason against the Constitution. It says, once you commit treason against the Constitution, you have to be put to death. That's the penalty. Put to death. Every one of them in my state will be put to death. I was governor. You violate a person's rights, you kill a suspect, you go to prison for life. You get the same punishment you gave that suspect. You sit on death row. No appeals, no nothing. You don't got no right to have no appeals, no nothing. You beat a suspect, you go to prison. You ain't gonna be under protected custody. No, you going out there with those regular inmates so they can whoop your ass. There's no laws that say you got to be protected when you in prison. Fuck you. No, you get the same punishment as the next man do that you lied on, that you conspiracy against. Once you lie on a police report, you go to prison. Once you falsify and accuse someone, you go to prison. People love me because, you see, I be for two things. The Constitution, original Constitution. State Constitution don't mean shit. Because that's definitely interferes with the original Constitution. Every Republican and Democrat in my state, during my address of the state, will be taken into custody and executed for their treason against the people of my state, against the Constitution. You will be put to death. No appeals, no nothing. Everything you own will be taken from you, from your family and everything. Because that's what it says in the original Constitution. That's what George Washington stated. Thomas Jefferson stated. James Adams stated. If any Republican, Democrat, Congress, senators commits treason against the Constitution, everything that they own and their family members have to be put to death. Because you have to stop the poison there. That's what they all said. Because they will corrupt themselves. So they didn't want to see no more corruption. That's why they never gave Congress or any Republican or Democrat the right to raise their pay. They never gave them that opportunity to raise their pay because they know if they gave them that opportunity, they will be corrupt like they are now. Congress still does not have the power. We, the people, have the power. We, the people, tell them how much they're allowed to make. We, the people, we have the power to overthrow this shit. We have the power to put them on trial, hold them for their crimes, and put them to death. Wake up, people. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up. It's about a hair of a thread. It's almost gone. Every justice has got to be held accountable for their treason against the Constitution. And I bet you didn't even know there's no such thing as immunity. Oh no, there's no such thing. In the original Constitution, do you know what it says about immunity? It says the people are the power. The people hold immunity. The people born in the United States, the people, we, the people, are the only ones that have immunity. No one in government has immunity. No one in government, no judge, no justices, no pigs, cops, sheriff, deputy judges, DAs, prosecutors, none of them have immunity. None of them have immunity. Read your Constitution. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up, because a big storm's coming. And if you're against us, then that means what it means. If you're not going to stand and fight for your rights, then shut up. Don't bitch about high rent and you ain't getting enough money. You ain't got food on the table to feed your kids. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear it no more. We don't want to hear it no more. We coming out. We out here now. And we ready for war. We are ready for war. We are ready to take down Bring back 1776. Peace out, fools. I take my medicine.